Hey guys, what's up? This is Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu. Welcome to today's session. In our previous session on this particular chapter, the fun they had, I discussed the chapter. I basically summarized and talked about the various points that we need to keep in mind when we go through this particular chapter. So I hope this chapter is pretty clear, and the theme of this chapter, what is the author actually talking about when he's dealing with this chapter, the future that is right just before us. And as I told you that you can very well connect with the present circumstances that you are facing right now, sitting at home, not going to school, maybe missing your friends, missing your school teacher, missing the school environment. The whole, school is a kind of a miniature society, and man, being a social animal, has always this urge for mingling with people, mingling with the society, and developing this social relationship with other people. So deprived of that, basically we feel alienated, we feel lonely, we feel as if there is no connect with the outside world, and people, the kids now tend to become more and more virtual, like they are in a virtual society. So when you are using the social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or whatever it may be, you see the friend list that you have in Facebook, or maybe any other social media, Instagram, or things like that you use generally. Count these friends, the virtual friends, and the real friends with whom you actually go play together in the playground, or spend time, share your feelings, share your emotion. So who is your real friend? The friend in the real world, or the innumerable friends in your friend list, in your Facebook friend list, or in your Instagram followers? I think yes, I feel that yes, maybe I have a lot number of followers and I'm happy about that. But actually try to consider, try to ponder upon this point. When you sit alone, when you don't feel like when you feel depressed or sad because of some reason, when you feel disturbed, whom do you speak to? Do you try to connect with the real friend at your school, or do you try to connect with your friend list, like friends from your Facebook friend list? So that is actually the difference. And the more and more we are focusing on the virtual world, we are actually disjointed, disconnected with the real world that is outside. So the kids are not going and playing football or cricket outside, but rather they are playing PUBG in their phones. So which is more healthy? Which is healthier? Playing outside in the playground? Yes, of course, exclude the situation right now because this is not normal. Maybe many of you think that this is the new normal, but when the circumstance is even normal, when this pandemic had not spread, even then the kids were more and more confined in their houses, trying to play PUBG or trying to play some other social that online games, all those online games, rather than going out and mingling with the friends. So what is happening over here is that there is a danger of being isolated, being depressed, and other such what to say, other such side effects of using social media or virtual games. So being in the so-called virtual world. So a similar kind of theme has been talked about or discussed in this particular chapter, the fun they had. So let us discuss some of the probable questions that can come in your CBSE board, and let us talk about the various points that the author has brought about, has focused on, and the points that we also need to think about when today we are sitting alone at home, and actually this pandemic has caused has brought about this social distancing. So are we missing the old normal, or are we trying to embrace the new normal and enjoying it? So what is your opinion? Even we are working from home, so we are not getting that particular work, what was that called, a work atmosphere. So yes, we are, although we are remotely connected with each other, but we don't feel that connect when that we actually feel when we go to a particular place and work over there. So that connection is somehow getting lost with this recent pandemic and the practice of social distancing. So we are now forced to practice social distancing because of this pandemic. But yes, we do miss our school days. The school kids, they so want to go back to their schools. They so want to, they so want to, they miss their school friends badly. I have my cousins, young kids, they are of your age, 9th and 10th. So they really always tell me that ma'am, sorry, not ma'am, that didi, कब school जाएंगे मेरे को school जाना है. So when you were actually going to school, you were thinking that school routine is so boring. कब घर जाएंगे, घर जाना है, school में छुट्टी क्यों नहीं होता है. But now we are actually missing the fun that we had. So yes, if you replace with the fun, the word they, it is quite replaceable in the present scenario that we are facing, isn't it, guys? So now let's focus on the questions, the probable questions, and let us look at the story from these points. And before moving on to today's session, I would like to thank all of you, my dear students, that you have shared your love and blessings. And thank you for making Vedantu 9th and 10th family a family of 5 lakh young minds. So now let us move into the chapter. What are the main features of the mechanical teachers and the schoolrooms that Margie and Tommy have in the story? So in the story, Margie and Tommy, the story is set in future, as I already discussed. Now these two students, Margie and Tommy, they have a particular mechanical teacher. Their teacher was not like me, a human being. It was a robot, right? And they had no schoolrooms like you people have right now. They were, studying from home. You also are studying from home right now. But the difference still that you have is you still have a human teacher, right, in front of you. And we are trying to connect with each other, right? But they did not have that. So that was, the difference. And let us see. Margie and Tommy have mechanical teachers. They need not to go to school for getting a formal education. So like now we still have a system of formal education, of going to school, attending the classes, attending the school lectures, and yes, taking part in various activities like, like debate or literary activities, or, co-curricular activities like, sports, games, art and craft, and so many others. And this leads to a holistic development of our individuality, which is very, very, very important, and which is the actual aim of education. So they did not have this scope. The mechanical teacher is placed in one of the rooms of the house, and they can get the knowledge of various subjects of individually from the mechanical teacher. So there was just a mechanical teacher in front of them, and they were placed like I'm sitting here in front of the screen, you are sitting there in front of the screen, but we are connecting with each other because I am human, you are human. But the difference was that they were human, but the connection was not human, because the person sitting in front of them and trying to teach them was not a human teacher, but a mechanical teacher, that is a robot. They don't have such classrooms where students sit together. So this scenario you are also facing right now, and we are also facing. We don't have our colleagues now with us, but we are alone sitting at home with our family, definitely, and you are also with your family. But when we are learning, when I am teaching, I am not having the perfect workplace to work. You are not having the perfect environment to study. Home is, yes, home is there is an environment for study, but it's not like school, right? So home cannot replace school, and home also cannot replace workplace, right? So they also did not have that. Moving on. They sit from the textbook. they study from the textbook, telebooks. So they have telebooks instead of textbook. So they don't require books and exercise books. So we still have books, we still have exercise books, right? So they do not require any exercise books. They only study from telebooks. Their examination system and homework, that is also very different. What is that system? Margie had to write them out in a punch code. She learned it when she was 6 years old. So since a very childhood, she is learning this punch code, because this is a system of submission of the homework. So be happy, be blessed, like that you are still having books and you are still having exercise books. Maybe a time will come that we will also not have these, we will also have telebooks. So the author is constantly trying to warn us against the danger of such a time, right? So the system of their education is technologically advanced and not based on printed books. So yes, their educational system is technologically very advanced. So still now, abhi jo aapka system hai, you can very well understand that it is quite technologically advanced, right? So if you use Google, जैसे आप Google में टाइप करते हो, जिस स्पीड से आपको आंसर मिलेगा और जिस the precision with which you will get the answer, maybe I am not going to give you that kind of answer with that kind of precision. तो जैसे आपको गूगल टाइप करने से जो एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग या एग्जैक्ट आंसर जो जिस कॉन्सेप्ट का मिलेगा, मे बी आपको एक ह्यूमन टीचर से वो प्रिसीशन ना मिले, बट डेफिनेटली आपको उससे बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एक ह्यूमन टीचर ही दे सकता है. So you can get a better understanding, because maybe you cannot understand the concept in Google when you type it. हो सकता है. So who will motivate you? You find some portion difficult. Who is going to simplify that? Google is not going to simplify things for you. And yes, let me remind you, whatever is there in the Google or whatever is there in the social media, whatever online or virtual classroom, that has been prepared by teachers, human teachers. Like whatever is there in YouTube, I am giving you, so I am preparing the things, right? So it has been already prepared by human teachers. So basically, human teachers are not replaceable. They cannot be replaced by the technologically advanced system of education, right? Next is, why did Margie hate school? Why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun? So even you can think about it. Do you miss your school days? Because ye abhi school days aapke liye bhi past, almost like past it has been, है ना? So why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun? Margie hated her school because she had a mechanical teacher. तो आप you can well imagine, आपके सामने अगर कोई रोबोट आके बैठ जाए और आपको उसी you go through the same process, आपको उसी प्रोसेस से गुजरना हो, आपको बस एक पंच करके एक होमवर्क दे देना हो, there is no communication, बस एक वहाँ पे blink आएगा, cursor move करेगा and you just see the letters moving, that's it. There is no connection, you cannot interact with the teacher, you cannot share your feelings, your emotions, there is no human touch. Obviously, will you like the school? Abhi aapko अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, abhi aap बोल रहे हो I'm missing school, right? So if the human being is completely reversed, interchanged or replaced with a robot, how will you feel? You will not feel happy. You will feel monotonous after some time. You will feel as if someone is giving you burden after burden. Yes. So she was supposed to sit in that room alone to complete her home task or assignment. So no friends, no teamwork, no group work. Many a times in schools, the teachers, they give you homework, they give you group assignments, they give you group project, and you quite enjoy. Sometimes क्या होता है, बच्चे एक दूसरे के घर चले जाते हैं group project करने, है ना? So can you imagine right now in this situation, you are going to a friend's house, is it safe? No, right? So you still miss that. You long to be with your friends. You long that, that environment of school, that environment of classroom where you used to have fun, right? The part Margie hated the most was the slot where she had to put her homework or the test papers. ये तो कॉमन है, आपको भी होमवर्क या टेस्ट पेपर देना बहुत ही you don't like that, right? But imagine if your homework is not checked by human teachers like me or your school teachers, what would happen to you? You would even you would even hate it. You would hate it even more, right? So now when we are checking your homework, like school teachers are checking your homework, what is happening is, even if you are doing something incorrect, they always try to motivate you. They always try to write something in a constructive way so that it does not, demotivate you that you have done this wrong absolutely. So ये गलत है. And what will the mechanical teacher do? वो सीधा जो wrong होगा वो wrong कर देगा. And you will see that oh my god, so many mistakes, you will get depressed. But when your homework is checked by any other teacher, first of all, he or she will give you, a human teacher will give you constructive feedback, will correct your answer instead of just telling you the wrong answer and giving you an answer key. He will correct it in a way that is quite different from the way that mechanical teacher would do, right? And he would give a constructive criticism so that you are motivated to rectify your errors and not demotivated, right? So that is the difference. She thought that the old schools have been fun because the students used to sit together in the classroom. Where is that environment now? Right? No classroom, no sitting together, social distancing, remember? They enjoyed, laughed and shouted in the schoolyard. That laughter, the echo of that laughter in the schoolyard during the recess, we miss that, right? Children needed company to enhance their skills. So children do need company. So as I told you, not only children, all human beings, they are social animals. They need to mingle with the society. And if they are isolated, so think of the people who are kept in quarantine. Think of their condition, how isolated they are. Hai? So that is why, solitary imprisonment has been almost banned, I think. Solitary imprisonment is so dangerous. So that is not, now that is, I think, it's banned. So आदमी ऐसे ही पागल हो जाएगा. If someone, keeps you in a cell and you can talk to no one at all, you have no phone and you have nothing with you, no gadget, just alone, nothing to do also. Just have your food. Solitary confinement. Think of the situation, right? Automatically you will, go, your brains will stop working. You will be, move towards lunacy, right? You will be depressed. So that was the case. So if people are isolated, they automatically become depressed. Margie missed the fun element of the traditional schooling. Traditional in the sense the schools where the students used to study together and have fun, right? Next question, do you agree with Margie that schools today are more fun than the schools in the story? Schools today आपके लिए भी almost future हो चुका है, my dear students. आपके लिए भी almost future हो चुका है. So you can well imagine Margie's situation currently. आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा relevant इसीलिए है, right? So please give your reasons, right? So there is no doubt that today's schools are more fun. Today's schools as in the schools where the students and the teachers, they go to a, there is a building and they go to that area. They have maybe swimming pool, various co-curricular activities. Swimming pool होता है, skating होता है, art and craft होता है, cricket होता है, various games, then various literary activities, debate competition, dance competition, music competition. So many talents that people have, they get an opportunity to, enhance and to showcase their talent. Annual function होता है, Teachers Day celebration होता है, Children's Day celebration होता है, right? So many positive aspects of normal schooling, right? So yes, there is no doubt that today's schools, of course, so these things, this can be very well said that today's schools are more fun than the future school which has been discussed in the story. This school has nothing but a mechanical teacher with no emotions and no sentiments. So no celebration. Maybe, for example, आपका जब birthday होता है, you tell me when I'm live on YouTube, you tell me that, ma'am, today is my birthday. I wish you happy birthday, right? So many of your friends, they wish you happy birthday. But suppose I am not human, I am a robot. मुझे बोलो happy birthday, मैं क्या करूँगी? I have no emotions, I have no feelings. So I would not be able to understand you. I would not be able to connect with you, right? It does not have the ability to understand the psychology of a child, which is very, very, very important. So your teachers, your human teachers, actually understand your psychology, child psychology. So understanding your psychology, the teacher tries to guide you, right? So it caters to the individual needs of every student. So suppose one student is not able to understand a particular topic, the other student is not able, he is able to understand that, right? So maybe he is different. One student is good in mathematics, the other is good in, suppose, any other subject like humanities, English. Maybe he's good in English, he's not so good in mathematics. So what will the mechanical teacher do? Will he understand the individual difference between the two? No. But as a human teacher, one will motivate you to perform well in mathematics. The student who is lagging behind, she or he will, motivate him or her to perform well. And she will also appreciate that, okay, you are good in this area. So why can't you do well in that? If you are good in a particular area, she will try to encourage more. She will try to, better her, perfect her in that field, as well as push her or him in the other one in which he or she is lagging behind. But the mechanical teacher will not be able to do so, right? Maybe one person likes to, likes singing. So mechanical teacher को कोई लेना देना ही नहीं होगा. But a human teacher would say, oh, wow, so you are talented. You have a great talent in music. Why don't you go and, do something out of that, right? So she will try to push you again. He or she will try to encourage. And of course, today's school means where you have to go to a school and contribute, give your contribution in all kinds of activities. Like schools may, your leadership qualities are also developed. You have various activities like NSS, NCC. So वहाँ पे जिस बच्चे में leadership qualities है, उसमें वो develop होता है. Then you have prefect, you have head girl or head boy. In that case also you can take part and your qualities in those cases can be developed. And yes, you can at least kuch na kuch to, like there is a chance of holistic development. All-round personality will be developed. You will be able to adapt with the other individuals, your age group. That is very, very important. Next is they learn the same thing. The teachers are real human beings. They learn how to adapt themselves, which I already mentioned, and cope up with the strangers. ऐसा नहीं कि हमेशा लड़ते झगड़ते ही रहते हो. No, you try to adjust. हाँ, लड़ाई तो होता ही है. Of course, there are quarrels, there are fights, but gradually you see that you have come out of that phase and you have adjusted. So you have reached that equilibrium. The students sit and learn together. So I think you can now very well relate to it, how you used to sit together, all of you together and learn, right? So learning together, discussing and sharing with your friends what you have learned, teaching him or her, that of course makes your learning far, far, far better. These activities don't give to feelings of depression, alienation, segregation. You feel connected with the world. You don't feel separated and left out and excluded. The much needed human touch and connect is essential, and that is found only in the real schools. Child-centered education, very, very, very important, which we practice over here as well, that we cater to your needs. Wherever you are facing difficulty in, we come up with, innovative ideas to deal with your difficulties, right? So we try to make learning as enjoyable as possible, but the mechanical teacher won't. वो सिर्फ एक टॉपिक लेगा, बट उसको कैसे इनोवेटिव बनाना है, उसको कैसे हाउ टू मोटिवेट द चाइल्ड so that he can learn as well as learn, with fun, with pleasure. That a mechanical teacher won't do. For example, you come up with so many requests. Ma'am, please do this. Ma'am, please do this. Please speak in Hindi. तो मैं हिंदी बोल रही हूँ. तो मैकेनिकल टीचर ही विल नॉट लिसन टू यू, वो अपने हिसाब से. सो ओवर देयर व्हाट विल हैपन इज इट इज टोटली वन वे ट्रैफिक, वन वे कम्युनिकेशन. He will keep on, the cursor will keep on moving and you just need to act passively. Basically, you become the passive recipient and not the active participant like you all are over here. Like यहाँ पे whenever we are ये वीडियो आप देखोगे, इसमें आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा, you will comment back, I will read your comment, I will again come back with your comments in the next class. So there is a constant interaction going on between me and you because we are humans. That cannot take place in case of a robot, right? So teacher acts as a friend, philosopher and guide to the students. Learning becomes enjoyable rather than as a burden. So teacher over here, me and other human teachers, they act as not only teachers, not only instructors. वहाँ पे mechanical teacher will be only your instructor. He will just instruct you, that's it. But here, human teachers, they are like your friends. We are trying to develop a warm relationship between us. Teacher-pupil relationship, right? And so I'm like your friend, all your teachers are like your friends. So friendly and amiable relationship between teacher and the taught is developed. And of course, we are trying to guide you. We know what is the best for you. So we are doing this career counseling session. Many of you are coming up with your questions. So we are trying to, we are understanding that what is your need, right? So we are being also a guide and a philosopher to the students. A mechanical teacher would not come up with these things. He would just instruct you, that's it. Learning becomes enjoyable rather than a burden, of course. We try to make it as a, student-centered learning, teaching and learning. But if it is only teacher-oriented, only subject matter-oriented, then that becomes a burden. You think, okay, I need to complete this course. वो एक ना, like, एक slot में divide हो जाता है. This is the course, I need to complete this course, and this is the exam. That's it. आप उसके बाहर explore ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो. Like I am constantly telling you, try to explore the different possibilities in a story or in a poem, right? So literature gives you the vast range of exposure. You always need to explore. कभी भी खुद को restrict मत करो. Don't try to restrict yourself in anything. Try to feel that you are learning something very interesting. Try to make it like we are trying our best to make it interesting. You also try to, take interest. If you take interest, then it will never be like a burden. Learn for the sake of learning, not for the sake of giving examination. Exams to aata jata rahega. But this learning will not happen all the time. Right? So yes, उससे मुझे याद आता है 3 Idiots का जो lecture था, एक dialogue था, बहुत अच्छा dialogue था वो. सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, ऐसे कुछ था ना शायद. हाँ, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, नहीं, हाँ, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सीलेंस के पीछे भागो, राइट? एक्सीलेंस, इफ यू अचीव एक्सीलेंस, ऑफ कोर्स सक्सेस विल फॉलो. सो दिस वाज अ डायलॉग फ्रॉम 3 Idiots एंड वेरी पर्टिनेंट. आजकल बच्चे सोचते हैं मैं 100 out of 100 कैसे लाऊं, बट ट्राई टू फर्स्ट गेट द डेप्थ ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट मैटर. If you get into the depth of the subject matter, 100 out of 100 अपने आप आएगा, उसके बारे में सोचना नहीं है. गीता में बहुत एक अच्छा लाइन लिखा हुआ है, भगवत गीता में, कर्म करो, फल की चिंता मत करो. So if you do the work without thinking of the consequence will automatically follow. You don't need to think about the consequence. क्योंकि अगर आप रिजल्ट के बारे में पहले ही सोच लोगे और वो आपको एक ना एंजाइटी हो जाएगा कि अरे ये मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. Anxiety अगर हो गया, you will not be able to perform well. So in order to avoid the anxiety, just try to embrace the subject, try to enjoy the subject. Automatically जब आप enjoy करोगे, आपको learning अच्छा लगेगा, तो आपको वो burden नहीं लगेगा. अगर आपको अच्छा लगेगा वो learning, definitely आप अच्छा कर लोगे. वो उसमें आपको कोई you don't have two opinions on that. Nobody can stop you in doing good. So that was a small tip from my end. ठीक है? Okay. So what happened to Tommy's teacher once? So इसमें क्या हुआ था? Tommy के teacher को एक बार क्या हो गया था? What happened to him? So the history section blanked out completely and the teacher was taken away for months. So just like try to imagine the situation. So the author is also being humorous in some areas, right? तो वो humor, he's providing an element of humor. जैसे आप imagine करो कि मुझे कुछ हो जाए, like I'm your human teacher, मुझे कुछ हो जाए, मेरा एक सेक्शन, मेरे एक दिमाग का सेक्शन जो है वो ब्लैंक हो जाए, ग्रामर का सेक्शन ब्लैंक हो जाए, तो मुझे मैकेनिक के पास ले जाएगा उसको ठीक करने कि उसमें ग्रामर को फीड कर दो. Isn't it funny? तो यही होता है जब आप मैकेनिकली पढ़ते हो. क्या हुआ उसमें? What happened over there is the teacher, since it was a robot, so of course there are so many parts: history, geography, civics, political science, वही है civics and वो जो भी है, and mathematics, bio, physics, English, languages, Hindi, English or various other languages. तो उसमें से so many things are fed, right? So एक section हो ही सकता है, there can be a chance of totally becoming blank. One section may become, so whenever there is mechanical, we are always dependent on, when something we are dependent on is not human, machine, there is always a chance of what? A fault. हो ही सकता है, कोई भी fault हो सकता है. Technical issue जो हम लोग इतना बोलते हैं, we say so many we say so much about technical faults. Oh, I am facing technical issue, the internet is not working. So हो ही सकता है ना. So history section मान लो blank हो गया, history section somehow got deleted. Now what will happen? तो एक महीने तक उस बच्चे का क्या हुआ? पढ़ाई रुक गया. But if it was a human being, कभी भी blank हो सकता है क्या? मेरे से grammar section blank हो जाए, ऐसा हो सकता है क्या? It's not possible, है ना? So this is not possible in a human teacher. So again and again trying to say or stress on the same point, the difficulties of or the danger of having a robot as your teacher, right? Why did Margie's mother send for the county inspector? Because the robotic teacher was not functioning efficiently. Again, robotic teacher है तो गड़बड़ तो हो ही जाएगा. Margie had been given many tests in geography by the teacher, but there was no improvement. तो उसने बहुत सारे tests दिए थे, but she could not improve. So Margie's mother wanted to find out the reason. So that is why she took her, to the county inspector. And how did the county inspector help her? Margie, she was doing badly. उसको geography पसंद नहीं था. She was doing poorly, right? So geography sector of the robotic teacher, that had been actually adjusted to a high level. तो उसका एक sector था, उसमें arrangements करने का scope था. So that they had the sector had the scope of arranging or adjusting. So actually the geography sector जो था वो high level का fix किया हुआ था. So in order to help her, since she was not being able to cope up to that level, so what did the county inspector do? Slowed down. That means he brought that high level, advanced level of study to a medium level so that she could easily adjust. So again the difficulty. So basically इसको ले जाना पड़ेगा, इसमें इसको arrange करना पड़ेगा, and then you will be able to study properly. But if there was a human instead of that robot, by interacting only, she or he could have understood what is the problem. तो उसको फिर ले जाके ठीक करने का जरूरत नहीं था, है ना? He or she could automatically understand, okay, so she is a little weak in geography or any particular subject, so I have to make my subject, I have to make the subject easier, simplify my subject so as to reach to her level of understanding. So that is what we try to do. We always try to simplify the subject matter. देखो अभी मैंने कितने सारे examples आपको दिए so that you can understand the situation better और आप relate कर सकते हो अपने life के साथ. So we always try to simplify things so as to reach the maximum number of people, right? So that is only possible with a human being. मैकेनिकल टीचर अगर होगा तो उसको ले जाना पड़ेगा, उसमें बहुत सारा फिटिंग में फिर से प्रॉब्लम होगा, एक मंथ के लिए हो सकता है हो ही ना, जैसे कि टॉमी के साथ हुआ, राइट? सो दीज आर द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ हैविंग अ मैकेनिकल टीचर. अच्छा, आप लोगों ने वो सीरियल एक आता था, सीरियल करिश्मा का करिश्मा, बहुत सारे सीरियल्स आते थे ना, शरारत, करिश्मा का करिश्मा, हाँ मैं देखा करती थी व्हेन आई वाज अ किड. आई डोंट नो वेदर यू हैव लाइक आपके जनरेशन का वो है भी कि नहीं, आई डोंट नो, बट इफ यू गेट टाइम आप यूट्यूब में सर्च करके देख सकते हो या वेरेवर पॉसिबल. करिश्मा का करिश्मा एक बहुत अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग सीरियल आता था जिसमें करिश्मा जो थी, शी वाज अ स्मॉल किड एंड शी वाज अ रोबोट, एंड उसके एक्चुअली जो फादर थे, ही वाज अ साइंटिस्ट एंड उसी ने उस रोबोट को बनाया था. So it is quite interesting कैसा वो the tasks she performed, so it was quite amazing, like amusing to see her, right? And the baby was the little girl was very cute, बहुत अच्छा लगता था उसको देखने में. So if you can watch, you can see that also, right? So with that, let us come back to title and theme. Tommy and Margie find an old book. So इसमें title, how is this title justified? The title is the fun they had, right? So they had means past, already हो चुका है, not present scenario. So basically the author is talking about, the story is set in future. The author is talking about the fun that the people had in the past. What kind of fun? Of course, school fun. Going to school, studying together, studying with the help of not a mechanical teacher, but a human teacher. And the other added advantages of the school, right? Learn the difference between their school and the old school where children enjoyed going. So old school में बच्चे पसंद करते थे, like you miss your school, they also missed theirs. Glimpse of future education. So here the story is actually providing a glimpse of the future education, which can be quite dangerous the way it is leading, right? Warning against the dangers of future education, stripped of human touch and personal interaction between the teacher and the taught. So future interaction, future school में क्या हो गया? Mechanical teacher, we are not having, अभी जो हमारा पर्सनल रिलेशन चल रहा है, पर्सनल इंटरेक्शन चल रहा है, ये नहीं होगा अगर मैकेनिकल टीचर होगा. So that is a warning against the dangers of future. Value and importance of schooling. So yes, those we can understand very well. अभी तो अपनी लाइफ से ही सीख रहे हैं हम कि स्कूल का क्या वैल्यू है, एजुकेशन इन स्कूलिंग, what is the value of that, right? So now you can very well understand, and this chapter, this also, you know, takes you to understand or identify the value and the significance of schooling. And the last questions are character-based questions. Let us see some of the points which you can elaborate upon when you write your answers. So I am just providing you guidelines. इसको बेस करके आप खुद का आंसर फ्रेम कर सकते हो. You have the potential of doing that. ऐसा मत सोचो कि मैं नहीं कर सकता या नहीं कर सकती. You can always do it. Yes, we can do it. Let's rock and let's see this question. Margie is the 11-year-old protagonist of the story. Margie is a curious girl who constantly asks questions and wants to be around other people, right? This personality may account for her recent poor performances in her fact-based and passive geography lessons. So Margie was a very curious girl. हमेशा वो सवाल पूछना पसंद करती थी. That is the meaning of curious. Curiosity as in आपका जो जिज्ञासा होता है वो ज्यादा होता है, ठीक है? So that is curiosity, and she wanted to be around other people, ठीक है? So yes, that means she was socially very active. She was a social person. She had a social personality, right? So that is why when geography became very passive, when her lessons became very passive and very fact based, उसमें कोई examples नहीं था. It was dull, monotonous, right? Like I am trying to provide you examples, right? In English. यही अगर मैं सिर्फ story पढ़ा देती, सिर्फ question answers करा देती, बस done, that's it. Would you like it? Would you have liked it? Would you have enjoyed it? No. So I am giving you different kinds of, like, trying to relate it with your life, so that you enjoy it, you connect with it, and get deeper into the lesson and make it a part of your life. That is very important. नेक्स्ट इज मार्गी सीम्स टू क्रेव एन एजुकेशन दैट इज इंटरैक्टिव, जैसे कि अभी आप लोग क्रेव कर रहे हो, यू वांट दैट इंटरैक्टिव एंगेजिंग लर्निंग, राइट? But this vision is incompatible with her computerized and individualized model of education. Though her computer और her mechanical teacher, सबके पास एक अपना personal teacher होता था, है ना? In this chapter, Tommy had his teacher, Margie had his teacher, so they had their own personal teacher. But that teacher was not human, that was computerized. Though it was individualized model, but there was no interaction. Learning तो चलो हो रहा है, but where is the fun element in learning? Learning becomes burden, right? She longs to be around other children. There are no other children around her age. They cannot study together. They have just one teacher who is also robot, so no personal interaction. The way she constantly hangs around with Tommy and dreaming how fun it could have been. So she gets this book and she starts reading it, and when she sits on her screen trying to communicate, like trying to study with her teacher, she is not actually into the chapter. She is dreaming of what? Dreaming of the fun that they had in like which she about which she read just now in the book, right? And so she dreams how fun it would have been to attend the school with all the children together, and that shows also her interest to study with peers. But instead, what happens? She has no peer group, so she is forced to sit alone and in her schoolroom, and in her house. The schoolroom is her house, and she only has a computer screen, nobody to talk to. After reading through the ancient book, पहले का book जो उसको मिला था, Tommy's grandfather had, right? Margie loses herself in her imagination. So she tries to imagine, she envisions. What is she envisioning? What would it be like to be a student 100 years ago? So ये actually set in future है, 100 years ahead. So she is trying कि अभी जैसे हम भी इमेजिन कर सकते हैं वो क्या दिन थे, जैसे मैं अपने कॉलेज लाइफ को इमेजिन करती हूँ, जैसे मेरा कॉलेज जो था, अभी तो मेरा कॉलेज खत्म भी नहीं हुआ था, तो मेरा बीएड जो है वो अभी चल रहा है, इट्स नॉट येट ओवर, अभी तक डिग्री रुका हुआ है, एग्जाम भी सब रुक गया है एक्चुअली. तो मैं अभी भी सोचती हूँ कि या व्हाट लाइफ, लाइक आई ऑल्सो कम्युनिकेट विथ माई फ्रेंड्स, मैं कॉलेज फ्रेंड्स से कम्युनिकेट करती हूँ थ्रू फोन, एंड वी ऑलवेज लाइक वी डिस्कस अबाउट दिस थिंग, क्या कितना अच्छा कैंपस था, कितना हम लोग लाइक वी यूज्ड टू हैव सो मच फन, वी यूज्ड टू लाइक क्लासेस, हाँ हमें क्लासेस बोरिंग लगते थे, चलो मान लो हम बोलते थे कि अरे यार क्लास है, आज ये क्लास है, वो क्लास है, जैसे आप लोग करते हो स्कूल में. So since I'm just like मैं भी अभी जस्ट कॉलेज से निकली हूँ, so I can very well relate to you all कि स्कूल लाइफ क्या है, कॉलेज लाइफ क्या है. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा अभी like work field में उतना नहीं आई हूँ, अब just I am a fresher almost you can say. So like I can very well relate to you all कि क्योंकि आई कैन ऑल्सो फील कि अभी कॉलेज में कैसा होता एनवायरनमेंट, प्रोफेसर होते, वी यूज टू इंटरेक्ट विद देम, हम लोग एक दूसरे के साथ मस्ती करते, एक दूसरे का टांग खिंचाई करते, जैसा आप लोग स्कूल में करते हो, राइट? सो दैट इज रियली वी मिस दैट, द कैंपस, बीच में चाय पीने जाना, क्लासेस में लेट हो जाना, एवरीथिंग. लाइक एक इंसिडेंट आपको बताती हूँ, मैं हॉस्टल में वहाँ पे रहती थी, आई स्टडी, मेरा बीएड एलपीयू या लवली प्रोफेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी में करती थी मैं, लाइक करती हूँ मैं. तो हमारा जो कॉलेज था, लाइक हमारा जो ब्लॉक था, एजुकेशन ब्लॉक, जहाँ बीएड था, बीएड करते थे, 9 बजे हमारा क्लास स्टार्ट होता था, एंड मी एंड माई रूममेट, हम लोग अपने लाइक वी वर इन द सेम कोर्स, हम लोग बैचमेट्स भी थे, एंड हम लोग बेस्टीज थे एक्चुअली, थे नहीं मतलब है, एंड हॉस्टल रूम में साथ में रूममेट्स भी थे. सो वी ऑलवेज यूज टू गेट अप, लेट हो जाता था सुबह, सो ऑलवेज 9 बजे हमारा टाइम, और वहाँ पे अटेंडेंस जो है वो एक बार पंच हो गया, देन वी कैन नॉट लाइक, उसके बाद 5 मिनट भी लेट हो जाएगा तो नहीं होगा, फिर वो पंच दोबारा नहीं होगा, एंड देन वी लूज आउट. उसमें हमारा अटेंडेंस अगर कम हो जाएगा तो वी विल नॉट बी अलाउड टू सिट फॉर द एग्जाम. सो हाउ वी यूज टू रश फ्रॉम दैट मेस. नीचे हम लोग लाइक 8 55 में नीचे उतरते थे, 6th फ्लोर में we used to stay, नीचे उतरते थे 8:55 में, and मेस में पराठा रोल करके how we used to run, and 9 बजे like it's 5 मिनट में, not even 5 मिनट, 3-4 मिनट में, and midway हम लोग कॉल करते थे अपनी दूसरी फ्रेंड्स को जो पहुंच चुकी है कि हमारा अटेंडेंस मार्क करवा देना. तो ये सब जो चीजें हैं, we really miss all these fun. तो आप भी अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर सकते हो, लाइक व्हाट डू यू मिस इन योर स्कूल, लाइक आप अपने स्कूल में क्या मिस कर रहे हो, लाइक यू आर नॉट बीइंग एबल टू डू दैट, राइट. यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स कमेंट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन दैट व्हाट इज दी, लाइक दिस इज द इंसिडेंट दैट आई रियली मिस, ये बहुत ज्यादा ये मैं मिस करती हूँ ये इंसिडेंट. तो आप क्या अपने स्कूल लाइफ का मिस करते हो, यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स कमेंट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, ठीक है. So back to the chapter. After reading through the ancient book and learning about the ways of the past, Margie loses herself. So she was lost in her imagination, right? And she thought that life was far better than the current life that she's leading. Last but not the least is Tommy's character. Tommy is Margie's 13-year-old friend, right? And he finds an old book in his attic. What kind of book was that? वो describe किया हुआ है, completely wrinkly, yellowing pages. That means it was quite old book. Wrinkles आ गए उसमें, मतलब मुड़ गया है वो book, and yellow हो गए हैं उसके pages, right? Although Tommy shares the book with Margie and helps her understand how the schools of the past functions, he finds Margie's extreme enthusiasm and constant question annoying and naive. तो आपके भी ऐसे फ्रेंड्स होंगे लाइक हु ऑलवेज आस्क यू क्वेश्चन. तो हमारे पास जो बहुत ज्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछने वाले कोई आ जाते हैं तो वी बिकम वेरी इरिटेटेड एंड वी से दैट प्लीज डोंट डिस्टर्ब, ऑलवेज आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस आफ्टर क्वेश्चन. जैसे नॉट ऑलवेज फ्रेंड, हमारे छोटे भाई बहन, ये बहुत छोटे बच्चे जो बार बार क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, वी गेट इरिटेटेड ना. सो सेम टॉमी भी वैसा ही था, ही गॉट इरिटेटेड, ओके, बिकॉज मार्गी वॉज वेरी क्यूरियस, ऑलवेज वॉन्टेड टू नो एवरीथिंग. तो वो बहुत ही ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हो जाता था. एंड ही फ्रीक्वेंटली condescends her, sometimes going as far as laughing in her face, calling her stupid for not knowing as much as he does about the world. So वो he always try to do what? He tries to laugh at him. वो जैसे कोई भाई बहन में होता है, सिबलिंग्स में होता है कि भाई हमेशा बहन को चिढ़ाने लगता है, लाफ करने लगता है उसके ऊपर, और vice versa, right? So similar relationship they also, shared. Like भाई बोलता है ना, तुमको तो कुछ नहीं पता, you don't know anything. Similarly, Tommy also used to say that you are stupid, you don't know anything about the world. He's also arrogant. We find a tinge of arrogance in his character as well. When Margie says that human cannot possibly be a teacher, because Margie is quite shocked, क्योंकि वो सोच भी नहीं सकती कि how can human be a teacher, right? So this we already discussed in our previous session as well. So Tommy says that his father knows almost as much. So he says, no, my father, he is also a very knowledgeable person. So how can you say that human cannot possibly know everything? Right? So he becomes arrogant at that point. As he's 2 years older, he tries to act nonchalant in front of Margie, like non-committally answering maybe. So he is trying, वो मतलब ध्यान नहीं देता था. He was very casual with Margie since he was elderly. तो उसके बातों का ज़्यादा value नहीं था. Actually, he did not give value or importance to Margie's words because he was elder, right? So when Margie asks if they can read together after school, so he says, when Margie उसको पूछती है, can we read together after school? Tommy says maybe. That means no value. उसको कोई value नहीं था. He did not give him that give her that importance. And this is in sharp contrast to Margie's unbridled curiosity and enthusiasm. Margie was a more lively person, full of curiosity, full of enthusiasm, and Tommy was, a little elder to him, so much mellowed personality and with a tinge of arrogance, right? So with that, we come to the end of this lesson. So now this is for you. This is an exercise for you. Try writing a debate on the topic Google is is a better teacher than human teacher. So do you agree to this? If yes, why? If no, why not? Please try writing a topic, like a debate on this topic. You can, of course, comment on the comment section. I will be really pleased to read your comments. And yes, try to recall the names of the teachers. आप अपने teachers को कुछ like school teachers के बारे में भी you can dedicate something like how she or he encouraged you, motivated you, right? वो भी आप dedicate कर सकते हो comment box में, because we really miss our school teachers. मैं तो बहुत miss करती हूँ, college teachers हो या school teachers हो, I really do miss them a lot. So because मैं बोल चुकी हूँ already that I am also like you, only just passed out college. So yes, I can very well understand your feelings right now. So of course you can dedicate something to your teachers who are working tirelessly for your benefit, right? So thank you guys. Don't forget to comment in the comment box. And of course, if you have liked this session, then or before I forget, don't forget to download the Vedantu app, because now चाहे न चाहे हम अभी फंसे हुए हैं quarantine में, but we can make your quarantine much better. And yes, we are not the robotic teachers, right? We are human teachers, okay? So we are going to make your we are going to take in account your needs, your benefits, and based on your likes and dislikes, we are going to deal with all the chapters. So we are already doing that in Vedantu. So please download this app and study safely from your home. Keep learning with Vedantu, and thank you for watching this video. And kindly, if you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.